Kenny Matthews at the start here tonight with head coach for Frisco Independence, Coach Story, and another wild game here tonight, to say the least, 72-48 over Centennial. And first, you got to be proud of the efforts you guys came out here with. I know it was kind of one of those dog fights for 3.5 quarters again, and kind of speaks the volumes of what the character your team's got.
Well, I was real proud of that they kept fighting. We gave up a lot of points tonight, and defense, we really struggled, especially the first half. Gave up 35 points in the first half, but only gave 2 scores up in the second half. So I was proud of our defense coming back and playing better. Offensively, we executed all night, and were able to score on just about every one of our possessions that I can remember. So played pretty good overall, and was proud of the team effort.
And I think this is kind of about the second or third time we've been here a little bit that maybe the first half the defense was kind of giving up some points there, but it seems like you've kind of stingy a little bit here in the second half, and I know that's sure appreciation just for what your coaching staff and everybody's done, in halftime adjustments.
Yeah, Coach Stokes is our defensive coordinator, and our defensive staff do a good job of figuring out what we need to do a little bit different and give them some different looks and maybe some different stunts where we can hopefully slow them down a little bit. So they did a good job making adjustments at halftime tonight, and the kids just came back and played a little tougher and more physical the second half.
Well, and I thought that the 2 biggest plays of the game here is late in the fourth quarter is Hudson's interception there at the 2-yard line, and then the very next play, Bivens going for the long TD, not long TD, but the long reception. I'm sure you had a little collective sigh there.
Definitely. Especially when Maxwell Hudson picked off the pass down there on the 2. We tried to punch it out with a quarterback sneak, and they just stuffed us. So we just said, all right, well, we'll back up and throw a post and see if Kobe can go. And he took it over the middle. I thought he was going to score, but he didn't quite get in down there.
Well, hey, Coach, I know I was talking with your players a little bit earlier here. I said it's such a difference between this time and last year, and I know that you have your goals there at the preseason and everything in your offseason, and now you're on the threshold of that. It's got to be just a rewarding feeling for you.
It really is. Our number 1 goal was to qualify for the playoffs and be able to compete for a state championship in the playoffs, and we got that done. So it just depends on whether we're Division I or Division II and who we match up with in that first round. So that's definitely a goal that we wanted to attain, and the kids have done that. And I look forward to a good game with Lone Star next week.
I was about to say it. We wanted to get ahead of this year, though, but Lone Star's next week. It's all for the marbles, and after the Heritage loss, I know a lot of people were not sure that you could have got back to this point, but you're on a nice roll here. You beat Heritage. You beat Wakeland. I said you beat Centennial, and now you got Lone Star, and you get an extra day to rest and prepare for that. Advantage your way a little bit.
that always helps, but Lone Star is definitely the best team that we've seen all year, and it'll be a big, huge challenge for us next Friday night, but we'll line up and see what happens.
Well, hey, Coach, we appreciate you giving us a couple minutes. Congratulations again. Always love it. Thanks. Appreciate it.